coming to MP. So opposite twice, 2 years, 10 hours, and MP NDC was in power. NDC is in power. What would they help me do? Nothing. Mutual letter, I was elected. Letter, why are you? Most of the work I did when MPP was in power. Cancer Ward Road, I did it when MPP was in power. Kojokom Road, I did it when MPP was in power. The schools I'm talking about, 90% of them, I did it when MPP was in power. And when MPP was in power, I say that what I plan to do, I did about 90%, but not in power all the time I was MP. No. This year, KNUST has been adjudged the best university in the world in sustainable development. You know it, or you don't know it. United Kingdom, they earn £28 billion a year from international students every year. KNUST, they have 2 halls dedicated to international students, Brunei and Baby Brunei. Akufo, All Nations University, there are a lot of foreigners there. Chief, if you are my education minister, and the foundation has been laid, that's why I believe that this government has done well. If you are my education minister, your role is to make Ghana the hub for education, first in West Africa and then in Africa. If we earn even a tenth of that money, even if we had $2 billion pounds a year, maybe we won't have to go to IMF or anything like that. And how do we do it? What is my role? What is our role as a government? Even just now, I'm told there a lot of the infrastructure development going on in the universities for internally generated funds. This concept of pay students and even the foreigners coming in and so on, it creates a lot of income. And so scholarship secretariat, one of your roles will be to give people scholarships and bind them so we improve the human resource capacity of our universities, so that our universities work hard, so that our universities will be graded internationally, our universities are high. Your health. I met a doctor in Germany, also a pinhole surgery for heart. And we said, why don't he come and do it in Ghana, or a Ghanaian? Also, he doesn't have the equipment in Ghana. Medicine, the doctor, the person in charge, your duty is to make Ghana the hub for medicine, first in West Africa, and then in Africa and possibly the world. Turkey, people are going from Ghana to do their teeth, and other body works in Turkey. Why can't we do it in Ghana? And I was a consultant to the Sierra Leone Parliament in 2009. Namukro won me, MPs needs to come. I was in a year of Parliament that time now. A pain was Sierra Leone a year, abandonment. You have to show that the thing cannot be done in Ghana before they take you abroad. So already in Ghana, there's a certain respect for us in the sub-region. So every sector, every sector, your job is to create jobs. And some more time, in any sector you ask me, I'll tell you. Maybe some Galamsey, let me come to Galamsey. Gold, we can't stop gold production and gold mining and so on. The law is clear. The small-scale gold mining is reserved for Ghanaians. But certain areas, the foreigners are into mining services, will lend, where mining services now, they are using that also to do that. So I'll strictly enforce the Ghanaian position that is Ghanaians who can do it. It is a foreigner. No, baby, I don't want to mention the names of the places. I know where they are doing it. You have to tell us why you are there. That's one. 2, we allow small-scale mining, but you cannot go onto the water. Yeah. Every time I'm going to my coast, I say, I drive over the river Pratt. It's brown. Me, from here, it was a river. It's totally brown. It's affecting people all the way downstream. Mercury, just now, even the brown, it has entered the sea. So I'll be strict on that. And there are many ways to man it instead of using men. There's a lot of technology that can be used, drone and everything. I won't say everything that I'll be done because when we're fighting drugs, we didn't say everything that will be done, but we'll fight it like the way we fought drugs. I'm not going to be against small-scale mining. Another thing is that we are going to aggressively license Ghanaians to buy gold. CC and PMMC to gold, but we are going to aggressively license private people as well to buy gold. And we are going to use the cocoa board model. Say a licensed buyer today, cocoa board, what you do is that you'll be able to be our partner in checking that it's environmentally correct. So yeah, we take your license away, you give them inputs and so on, and then you also manage the way they do business, like the licensed buying agents and the cocoa farmer. We cannot stop people from mining, but we can stop them from spoiling the environment. And just now, government has started community mining. I hear it's good. I just encourage government to fast track it and to be very strict on the mining in waters.
You were now your cabinet minister.
Yes.
One number so all core constituency our first one te praso. Who say prana a hadwini pa. To me, who raise concerns be about the say the so ne say no. What can one be? What cabinet meeting be? Say be the Akotos say they also who ne a hadwini tie who will be. What can be sir?
We have something we call an oath of secrecy in Parliament. The oath of secrecy binds you in Parliament, in Cabinet. It binds you in Cabinet and out of Cabinet. But as I'm kind there, the documentation and the concerns that came out of Cabinet on the Galamsey, that is which led the president to take certain decisions and form an ministerial cabinet committee. I was there. And if I'm there as a member of Cabinet, I have two rules. My first rule is to be in charge of my sector. My second role is my region. So I fight for my region as well. And if you talk about Galamsey, it's Western region. I tell you something. I do offend them. If you're Quantal Hospital, for example, able to be honorable Mesa. I mean, I fought for it in Cabinet. I'm a friend. Me and Pro, Kenofrata one was the new hospitals they were building. See, naturally, I spoke about it because Western. But exactly what I said and the response, Cabinet out of secrets. I have to respect that.
So share the fight against Galamsey. Your administration, what you mean?
I'm not. It's not my administration.
You're part of it.
No, first 4 years. I'm not part of the administration now. Let's talk about what Ghartey will do.
But sometimes you know, see, I should be a free banner. If it's ready now, so they are judging.
Oh, baby, we free banner there. Railway sector. Railway sector. Well, I send you about my answer, but fight against Ghartey. I'm telling you what I will do, and let's focus on that.
Yeah. Can I say NDC TV station back home or America memo? I was fan live, but say anyone more New Jersey, all over America, so I share. King's Jersey TV. King's Jersey TV, USA. After programming live in Tino, America. Na no. Honorable na make be about the employment, the youth.
So every sector employment has to. So your job as a minister is to create jobs. I mean, let's take. So I've given you an example about education and to create jobs. I mean, Winneba. At the time that Winneba was had the normal 3-term vacation. That time, so schooling vacation, the taxi drivers go to Slogan to work. And someone in there, everywhere that there's education, not only does it improve the well-being of the people, it also has an economic spillover. Oxford University, Cambridge, Massachusetts, Boston in the US, the famous university towns. And in my constituency now, there are 3 universities, and clearly it is improving the economic activity there. So if the Minister for Education fulfills his mandate of increasing the number of foreign students who come to Ghana, making it a center of excellence, it will create jobs for people and it will also create income for the country. I can take agric, for example, cashew. Yes, now Ghana, some Googler, some reports in Ghana produces about 85,000 tons of cashew a year. It belongs to produce about 110,000 tons of cashew a year. In any event, cashew, we produce about 1% of the world's production of cashew. Cashew, as I speak, it employs about 200,000 farmers and about 300,000 other people who have other jobs around cashew. Listen, and most of the cashew is exported in its raw form. So even taking only the cashew sector and timesing it by 10, what will happen in the former Brown Hafu regions and the Savannah region and some part of the Northern Water region will create employment. How will we do that? One of the things that must be done is fixing minimum price. Government enacted the law, the Tree Development Authority Act. Honorable Kwesi, former MP, Onodano, and I know he's working towards that. But Cote d'Ivoire, which is the world's largest producer of cashew nut, one of the reasons why their cashew is growing is because of the price mechanism. Most of our cashew is exported raw. What Ghartey will do in there, he will put an export duty on raw production of cashew or raw export of cashew. In the KEBN, I will give it to Ghanaians for them to be able to process the cashew and to buy cashew. Even the cashew sector, I'll give you one example. Only the cashew sector can in that area.
Okay.
What we are doing in the the greatest challenge for the next administration is jobs. And so within every sector, we have teams that are working towards how we create jobs. Sometimes you create jobs just by law, changing the law. Sometimes by policy, sometimes by funding. I mean, we are now today because they allow private media. Government did not put any money in your business. When the law was changed to allow private media, look at the media houses that have been created. And sometimes even the law alone can change it. Sometimes policy, sometimes government must put funding. But my government's business will not be to do business. It will be to support the private sector to do business.
And now no pay delegate anymore. Or say 2 people contesting 2 slots, 7 people contesting 2 slots, and the MPP special delegates, special delegate Congress, right?
Yes.
Good. Sa 3 no, oma ayi nipa 1, 2, 3 bisana na omo pa kire se wo hwe the way ansam kokoba Vice President Dr. Bawumia, Honorable Alan Kyerematen, and Honorable Assistant Central MP KENNEDY AGYAPONG. Omo miensa na omo seso omo ye front runners. And na momo amaka no. Mo 7 mo gu ase na mo pre 2 sana hunu no.
You know, this morning I've been talking to my coordinators around the country. Na Eko said to me 3 regions akasa in there. 1 board regions in voting. The situation is not like that at all. There's a difference from noise and voting. It's 2 days away.
To this Obaka 5 no.
Sorry, I'm in
Obaka.
You see, my political career since I started, the last election, so listen, I do my best and I give the rest to God. And that is why, even at 62, I'm still looking nice, and I don't have diabetes, I don't have hypertension, I don't have any medical ailment, and I sleep like a baby. I'm not happy if I don't do my best. And I leave the rest to God. So I am in a pair. You'll be one of the first to call me and congratulate me.
I would love to do that. Yeah. I think will you be disappointed? So one can one.
You know, I know what I say will not sound sensible to a lot of people, but I have a view that all things work together for good for those who serve the Lord and are called according to His name. When you're a railway minister, some people were disappointed because they felt that as former Attorney General in Jordan, me, Minister of Defense, Minister of Interior, Foreign Affairs, and railway. I just said it when I went to vetting. Was I disappointed? I said to myself that all things work together for good for those who serve the Lord and are called according to His name. A lawyer into me here. As so you being a bad man wanted to put me in the same category as the president and said that, and I know what your follow-up was going to be. But quickly I showed you that apart from Attorney General's office, there are a lot of differences. Until all things work together for those who serve the Lord and are called according to His name. And let all believers say amen, unless you are not a believer.
Amen, amen.
Thank you.
Honorable Jogat, I better was a paid no pay so nyabre ebaye. Na ye hwe kwan bom pa say memenda ye betina fi he ya. Na jamobe bia nso no yenso de ho sama to jama Ghana for to me ho nyina. We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Say obeka 5 no ho na fe at the long run no. Say bre no so na say 5 no so bokwa. Say delegate no so wona sefata yie pa. O message no be bia wedding kudum na kwa say oba ha no na tumi aboa wo sa. Nti edase pi. Em
so me da wase. Ansa na mo kwa na ye go to aba. Mam time ma me delegates in Nkasa Musro.
Okay.
What I say to all the delegates there, over to Abe.
And then patch your camera here.
A number of things are happening. First of all, Akufo Addo. Since you aban oba bamuban. Ibia hu bibia about to mention your vote is your secret. Echo they are not going to mention any names on your conference or your vote. Ibia kowa able to got to aba. I got to aba ibia right there. Obibi so there. I told them to aba ne ema wa aba do them 2 days. My agents there will protest and make sure that your vote is disqualified. It's a secret ballot. You can't ballot and then raise your ballot. In here, one party or one family. Or internal game. Argentina woko World Cup nti wo pre Messi wo training nti obi san for World Cup. We are one people, but I think that the best candidate is Ghartey. I believe so, and that is why I'm standing. It's a strong 1-2 man. 918 when first 5 on you bring over 200,000 I want to display. But that one I see.
MC4 in some nina SC in Pennyfo Bu baby said dia daye koso ya ni pitri. Aha prison multimedia. When you go so sha na me say akwanya no ho de maw say wo be subscribe ye the video to ma where the first person I won sabet me aso ye video mu na wo so a wo ye o man ba pa no wetumi ehunu ne ekoso e wo oman mu like adwintre bi so ho na opese wuja fato comment section ne mu edi ba ko pe na fa frame make meje so me si ha da mu nyina mwase mamomoni ti a ye je me enya Addo.